Sa ibang bansa sa Southeast Asia, ang Veloz dati ay ang top-of-the-line variant ng Avanza. Kung ang Fortuner merong legendary na variant sa Thailand, ang Avanza naman merong Veloz na ngayon ay naging separate lineup na ng Avanza. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ginawa ng Toyota yun, pero sila ang marketing experts and mukhang they are on the right track. At least for me, totally iba ang iba kasi ang dating ng Veloz compared sa Avanza kapag nakakasabay ako sa kalsada or nakita sa parking lot. Merong tatlong variants ang Veloz ngayon. Andyan ang base trim E, ang top of the line V, but on this video, what we have here is the mid-grade variant na Veloz G. Gaya ng sabi ko dati, usually, ang mga mid-grade variants ang best bang for the buck or pinakasulit ika nga among the variants lalo na sa Toyota lineups na known to be overpriced and underspec'd. So tignan natin kung ano ba ang may offer sa atin na itong Veloz G on this video. Before I go on, kung mahilig ka sa Philippine car news and reviews, I would appreciate it if you can consider giving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. I post one video a week sharing my thoughts and opinions regarding Philippine cars. Maliit na bagay yan para sa inyo pero napakalaking tulong yan para lumago ang channel na to so that I may also know the interests of the Filipino consumer. Makikita natin dito sa harap ang current design language ng Toyota. Singkit na mga headlights and I believe LED na tong mga to. Plus the fog lamps LED na rin. Ang laki na ng mga grills talaga ngayon ng Toyota which adds a good effect to its overall design. Sa ilalim ng bumper, merong gray accents to add flavor sa colors neto. On this platinum white pearl hindi masyadong halata yan pero on other colors like the red one, sobrang contrasting ang gray na yan kaya dagdag kulay sa buhay. Speaking of contrasts, meron din tong mga aluminum accents na, as I have mentioned on my other videos, I really am not a fan of. Iba kasi ang maintenance or paglinis ng mga chrome para mapanatiling malinis and pogi ang dating neto. Pero on this case of the Veloz, I think it works. Subtle lang ang applications to add a little premium, modern, and differentiated look. Pero take note, despite of its good looks, this is still an economy car. Huwag masyadong mag-expect ng mga premium features lalo na at this price point. Opening the hood, dito natin makita ang sinasabi kong economy features ng Veloz. So again, economy car, manage your expectations. Hindi masyadong halata dahil sa white pearl na kulay, pero may mga primers na pintura dito sa loob ng engine bay para makatipid sa manufacturing and production costs at magpababa overall ng price. Then, gaya ng other economy cars from Toyota like the Race, wala rin tong under engine cover. Overall, it's okay for me, hindi mo naman araw-araw makita to. But, what makes this Veloz a worthy economy car is its engine. Yes, it's not the most powerful or technologically advanced engine. Hindi ka bibigyan neto na exciting drive as you can see from the power figures on the screen. Pero this engine is the same engine na matagal nang ginagamit ang Toyota. This means, this is the tried and tested engine na subok na not just on our country but on the whole Southeast Asian market as well. So hindi lang tayong mga Pilipino ang nakasubok na neto, pati mga karatig bansa natin, tried and tested na rin to. Looking at its side profile, ang unang palaging napapansin is its 18-inch two-tone alloy wheels na talaga namang magdi-differentiate neto over an Avanza. Disc brakes on all four wheels for more braking power, pero I think drum brakes sa likod pwede na para mas mapababasan ang presyo and maintenance cost, pero it is what it is. Kahit hindi ganon kataas tignan, panalo pa rin ang 205mm of ground clearance neto, kaya walang magiging problema sa mga lubak ng kalsada natin and light floods. Meron na tong roof rack at the top, additional chrome lines sa mga bintana, and black plastic body claddings to complete the look. This is not designed for off-roading gaya ng mga crossovers. So, mas prefer ko sana body color na lang kaysa black plastic body claddings. Pero, that's just my opinion. Under the side mirrors, meron din tong paddle lamps. So, iilaw yan kapag in-unlock yung sasakyan. Mas madaling makita sa madilim na parking lot pagpapasok ka sa kanya. So, premium features, very nice. Here at the back, May LED light strip to coming from the lights and meeting at the center of the Toyota logo. Ang lakas maka-premium ng dating niyan sa gabi. Ewan ko na lang kapag hindi ka pa rin nakita kahit sa malayo pa lang. Shark's fin antenna at top, integrated spoiler, and yung third brake light niya is on the window na I think mas okay sana kung nasa spoiler din, pero this works naman for its intended purpose. Down below, gaya ng nasa harap, may gray accents ulit on the bumper to add to its overall good looks. For safety features at the back, meron tong reverse camera and 2 parking sensors para magabayan ang driver when parking both with visuals and audio. May guidelines na rin ang reverse camera neto, so mas madaling makita ang magiging positioning mo when parking in reverse. Plus, malaking tulong din yan yung mga guidelines para alam mo kung kaya pa rin mabuksan ang kanyang manual tailgate. Aside sa logo and badge, wala nang ibang chrome accents dito, which makes sense para hindi nakasilaw sa nasa likod na sasakyan. Entering the rear seats, well, before entering, napansin ko yung kanyang gas cap na overlapping sa fenders nito. Wala lang, na-curious lang ako kaya sinilip ko. Kakaiba lang sa paningin ko ang gas cap na naka-overlap sa fenders. Now, entering the rear seats, combination of plastic materials and soft leather materials ang nasa gilid nito. Durable plastic materials to keep the cost down, madali ring linisin yan, and soft paddings on the elbow rest for passenger comfort. This design really makes sense if you ask me. Meron tong bottle holders and extra storage pieces, plus speakers on the sides. Then, for the seats, combination of fabric and leather seats, which again, I am not a fan of. Mas gusto ko kasi sana na all or nothing. All leather or all cloth. Kasi kung all leather, mas madali tong linisin, or kung all cloth, either you put cloth covers or ipa-leather mo na. Pero again, ako lang siguro to. This makes sense somehow para you have the premium feel pero the comfort of cloth seats on long drives para mas breathable ang material and hindi masyadong pagpawisan ang likod mo on long drives. Dahil we are on a tropical country, ang isang critical feature na important is the aircon vents. These are actual aircon vents na hindi blowers lang gaya ng makita mo sa ibang MPV at this price point. This means na hindi lang to kumukuha ng malamig na hangin sa harap na aircon vents because these are actual aircon vents. Hindi masyado tong napapansin or napag-uusapan, a small detail for some, but this is a very big plus para sa akin. Now, accessing the third row, which is my least favorite place for any 3-row vehicle in the Philippines. Gaya ng nakita nyo, this is not a place for grown adults like me. For short distance drives, pwede na mapagtyagaan, pero this is not a good place for me. Kahit bigyan ako ng legroom ng middle passengers, yung thigh support is not ideal, so best na ang umupo dito are small young kids na wala pang iniinda from old age, or yung mga willing to sacrifice ang comfort nila para makarating lang sa paroroonan. Aside from side storages and the lone 12-volt power outlet, wala na masyadong passenger amenities dito sa likod. Pero for most day-to-day drives, I believe ang best use case na itong third row seats is to fold it down and make it a storage space. Entering the front seats, similar sa likod, combination of durable plastic materials and soft leather paddings ang nasa gilid nito. Questionable tong white material sa sides para sa akin, pero with proper care, mapapanatiling malinis to and good looking. Pero this is not for me na hindi masipag maglinis lalo na ng mga gilid-gilid. Seats are manually adjustable of course, wag ang mag-expect ng power seats, pero this is okay for me kasi mas mabilis pa rin ang manual adjustments lalo na when you are sharing the driver duties in the family or friends. For the steering wheel, manually adjustable din to for tilt and telescopic, so mas madaling maghanap ng best and most comfortable driving position. I was expecting na tilt lang to, pero very good news na telescopic din ang kanyang adjustment para kahit for shorter drivers, mas madaling mag-adjust ang manibela for their liking. For tech features, meron din tong wireless charging pad on the center armrest, electronic parking brake, and the godsend auto hold feature na very usable on the heavy traffic na nararanasan natin, not just on the day-to-day city driving, pero even sa expressways na nata-traffic na rin lalo na on holidays and long weekends. As for the infotainment screen, I don't like how it looks pero at least This 8-inch infotainment screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto na malaking tulong when navigating our journey. Madaling i-pair dyan ang ating mga Google Maps or Waze, depending on what you use. Aircon controls are still physical, which is good. Push to start button and charging ports are still here just in case you want to charge via cables, which honestly, I still prefer. Iba pa rin kasi ang efficiency ng wired charging compared sa wireless, at least for the technology that we have for today. Overall, this is a nice cabin to be, better than the Avanza, pero a step lower in terms of driving assistance than the top-of-the-line V variant. Aside sa better looking infotainment screen na meron ang V, ang wala rin dito sa mid-grade G variant is the advanced driver assist aids of the Toyota Safety Sense na dagdag tulong sa driver for additional safety features. But hey, safety is what you make of it. At least, andyan pa rin ang standard 6 airbags ng Toyota, yung iba kasi 4 lang. For this platinum white pearl color, may additional na 15,000 na kailangan ilabas dito, pero for the other Veloz G variants, it is priced at 1,216,000 Philippine peso. That is 118,000 more expensive than the base E variant and 151,000 more expensive than the top-of-the-line Avanza G variant. In my opinion, kung gusto mo lang ng better looking and better spec 7-seater than the Avanza, you can go with the base E variant. Pero kung gusto mo ng better experience and safety, might as well go for the top-of-the-line V variant na additional 40,000 Philippine peso lang. So in conclusion, this middle grade G variant really does not make sense for me and is not the best variant among the Veloz lineup. But what do you think? Let's start a discussion in the comment section down below. That's it for this video. Kung may gusto kayong idagdag, put them in the comment section down below. So this is Kai, your driver but not so sweet lover na nagsabing, keep calm, drive safe, and stay awesome.